Everybody, today I'll be doing my review of Top Thrill Dragster at Cedar Point. I only got to experience this coaster once, and I just let me just say I really did like it. Okay, so let's get started with the first segment. Before I get started, I did add another segment in here, to just diversify it some more and maybe just give a better opinion to you people who have not ridden it. I've added a theming section, and I will be continuing that in future reviews. So yeah, let's just get into the first segment. So the first segment, like always, is the stats. Now, this roller coaster has a height of 420 feet, has a speed of 120 miles an hour, and a length of 2,800 feet of track, and duration of only 30 seconds. Now let me just talk about this. When you look at the height and speed, this thing looks over impressive. But once you get to the length and duration, then you can really see where this coaster kind of lacks. So yeah, I think it really lacks in the length and duration. Even though it is kind of a long roller coaster, just because the top hat is 400 feet tall, but the duration is very short. Okay, so let's move on to the next section. So the next section I have on here is theming. Now this roller coaster is themed to Top Fuel Drag Racing. Some things I like about it is how it has the dragster trains. Like you're sitting in like a race car dragster train, and then whenever you're about to launch, the engine noises sounds like a race car revving the engine. That's really cool. And for people who don't know, the thing that a drag race will go by the drag cars is like a Christmas tree light. There's the yellow, and the green. And then as you can see in the picture, it's on the top hat right now, right in the picture. It gets on the top hat of the roller coaster. So it'll do that and it'll go yellow, and then green, and then the coaster will launch. I think that's a really cool element. In my opinion, the theming and the theming of everything, and then the lap bars make this coaster better than King of Kong. Even though I've not ridden King of Kong, but it'll probably make it better. Okay, so let's move on to the next section. Now the next section I have out is the layout. Well, first you roll out the station, then you sit on the launch for a little bit, then you'll accelerate at 120 miles per hour, then you go at a 90-degree vertical spiral up the top hat, then you get at the top of the 420-foot top hat, then you'll drop at a 70-degree vertical spiral, and then you hit the brake. So let's just check that out real fast. Alright, so we got the POV right here. See, like I was saying, you sit right there, and then there's the Christmas tree light right there, to the left. But then it's also on the coaster too, as you can see a little bit of it. Yeah, let's just wait for it to launch. And if I had the volume on right now, you'll probably hear the revving noises. Oh yeah, and it's gonna reverse a little when the launch is about to go. See, and then it would. All right, there it hit launch. See there, I saw a little bit on the POV. All right, then you hit the spiral up on top of the top hat. Now you get a really good view, and it kind of whips you over a little bit in the back row. It's really fun. Then you hit that spiral, which kind of kills the forceful drop in the roller coaster. But I'll get to that. Okay, so let's move on to the next section. Okay, now the next section I have on here is draws and flaws. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of draws to this roller coaster, and there's sort of a lot of flaws, but alright, so let's get straight into it. Now, the draws is the height. I think this is the biggest thing, and the best thing about this roller coaster is that it's 420 feet tall. That's in my opinion, is really amazing. Now, the second thing I have on here is the intense launch. The launch is so intense, I could barely hold my hands up. It was so forceful. I could barely hold my hands up, and I could barely move on the launch. It was really cool. The third thing I like about this roller coaster is the theming. This roller coaster is actually really themed well for a Cedar Fair ride, in my opinion. I feel like this ride is very well themed, and probably the most themed roller coaster at Cedar Point. Maybe Steel Vengeance will be. I think Maverick could be more themed. I'm not sure. And then the fourth thing I like about this is the speed. This thing is like the fastest roller coaster I've ever ridden, pretty much by far. The second fastest is probably the Fury, 95 miles an hour. But this thing's at 120. It's pretty much in a whole different league. And then the fifth thing I like about it is the drop. The drop is very fun, even though it's pretty forceful, but I'll get to that. I mean, forceless, and I'll get to that. You know, it's still really cool. I've never experienced really a straight down spiral drop like that. You know, it's kind of something different than just a straight down forceful drop, but you know, it's still pretty cool. The sixth thing I like about this roller coaster, and probably the last thing I like about this roller coaster, is the lap bars. I like how it doesn't feature over-the-shoulder restraints like Maverick, but it features like lap bars like Millennium Force. I really think that's really cool about the ride. Alright, now let's get to the bad things, but let's get to the flaws. The main thing about this roller coaster that really just is not that good for me is it's a one-trick pony, which means it only does one thing, but it is going to do that one thing very well. I think that's the biggest flaw in my opinion. You know, it only has like one element, which is that ginormous top hat element, but you are going at it very fast, and it's a very tall element, but you know, it's still only one element. And the second thing I don't like is the shortness, which that kind of goes along with the one-trick pony. You know, it's very short. It's only 30 seconds and like 2,000 feet of track. You know, it's not a very long ride at all. Alright, so the third thing I don't like about it is a forceless drop. I was talking about before and mentioned partially throughout the video, this roller coaster definitely has a forceless drop. Even in the back row, you kind of get a little bit of force at the very top of the top hat if you sit in like the back row. I only sat in the back row, but it might happen in the front row, but I really doubt it because, you know, you don't have enough time. But yeah, so it's pretty forceful drop, but it's a pretty unique experience. If you have not gone out to Cedar Point or not gotten a chance to ride, because I think you should really do it, because I stayed here for like 5 days. I think 4 or 5 days, and and it was only open for like after one of the days. I stayed there. Like it was crazy. Like it was only open for like 10 minutes on one of the days, and that was like 5 whole days. So yeah, this ride is rarely open. Well, at least the week I went to Cedar Point, it might have been open like later, or like that might have been like a rare occasion. But yeah, so yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to my final score and my overall thoughts about this ride. I'm going to give this ride an 8 out of 10, which is really good in my book, because I've ridden over 70 roller coasters. I think an 8 out of 10 will probably be in the top 10 of my roller coasters. And if you want to see where this roller coaster places in my top 10, go check out my top 20 roller coasters part 2, which I posted a couple of days ago on the channel. And go check out the other 11 through 22 if you want to see my full list. So yeah, just my overall thoughts about this ride. Basically, I rode this ride kind of with Coaster Kids. He was there that day. If you want to hear more about it, go check out his video about it. About Top Thrill Dragster being open after closing. Like, it was the only ride open, and like I thought it was like the last day I was there. It was like a night. It was like an hour after closing. I was walking out after the last ride of the night on Maverick. So yeah, and then I just saw this roller coaster Tester Train. And like I legit like sprinted to this roller coaster, and I got on, and then like they only let like probably 100 people in. They only opened the gates up for like 10 minutes. So yeah, I got a ride. I waited around probably 20 minutes. I don't know, maybe 10-20 minutes for the ride. It wasn't that long, but eventually I got on to the station, and I saw that they had like a dual load station like Maverick, which I think those dual load stations are pretty cool, and they definitely do their job and increasing capacity. So yeah, and then I got in like the second of the dual loading station in the back row, because there's like 2 people in front of me. I really thought that the GP are kind of stupid. They flocked to like the front of the train because they didn't know it was a dual loading station. They thought it was all like one station. So yeah, it was actually pretty funny. So yeah, and then I got on actually pretty fast. This really cool dude I met got on with me. He was really cool. He was doing like a roller coaster trip like I was. I think he went to like Kings Island the day before, and he was like on his way to like Kennywood or something. And he came from like Holiday World or Six Flags Great America. I think Kentucky Kingdom too. So he was just doing like a northern, eastern United States like roller coaster trip. He was a really cool guy. He had a family. I think he was going in an RV around like northern United States. He was a really cool dude. I got to ride with him. So yeah, we kind of talked before the launch on Dragster, and he said he haven't rode it in like over 10 years. So yeah, it was really cool. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And before I go, I just like to thank everybody who subscribed to my channel, because now I have 50 subscribers. And I just want to thank every person that liked, comment, and subscribed to my videos. So yeah, thank you guys. I could not have done it without you. Alright, bye.